If you hit these two pitches that I'm going to talk to you about today, not only will you stand out as a hitter, as a player on your team and amongst your peers, you'll be able to get a college scholarship. You'll be able to get drafted. You'll be able to potentially even make it to the major leagues. And I can say this because this is the exact two pitches that I focused on as a player and allowed me to go from high school to college all the way up to the major leagues. And this is what I've learned from players like Barry Bonds, Barry Larkin, Ricky Henderson. These are what they taught me, and this is exactly what I'm teaching my hitters. So, with that being said, let's talk about these two pitches. Now, before we get into the two pitches, what I want to do is tell you how this came about. So you'll see here this player on the screen, he's hitting, and this is a pitching machine. And the pitching machine throws sliders, curveballs, changeups. It's a very advanced pitching machine. And before they were hitting on this pitching machine, we were doing a camp. So we had a power camp, we had a consistency hitters camp, and they wanted to take more swings after the camp. And so they set up sliders, and we had high school players and we had college players. And both of them were, these group of kids were hitting these sliders, and these sliders were absolutely disgusting. They were 85 miles per hour and they were cutting here, right? And they were landing on top of home plate and they were just absolutely disgusting. And they were just swinging and missing, rolling over, getting weak contact, and it was actually hard to watch. So I was sitting there and I was just watching them and they're just swinging, flailing, missing everything. And as a player, I hated when coaches just jumped in and started changing things and telling me what I needed to do. So I just sat there and just watched. And eventually, the players came to me and they asked me, "Hey, man, I need to learn how to hit a slider." That's the way for me to get drafted. That was what one of the college players said. He's a D1 player. He's like, "Man, I struggled with this last year. So I'm really trying to learn how to hit a slider. Do you have any advice for me?" And then the rest of the players start hopping in. They said, "Man, I get thrown sliders and I'm struggling with it." So what I did was I said, "You only need to hit two pitches." And we started to have a conversation about this. And they were kind of shocked that I even said it. And when I said, that they were shocked. And then I said, "Do you know what two pitches that we're talking about?" And they said fastball, some said slider, some said curveball, and then there was other guys in the back saying changeup, and they all just started yelling out different types of pitches. And I was like shaking my head, like, "You guys kind of got it right. You guys are pretty much, getting it right." And then I said, "You need to hit the fastball." And so we're gonna write this right here. You need to be able to hit the fastball at any given speed. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't matter how hard it is. You need to be able to hit it because as you keep playing in this game, numbers mean words and words mean numbers. Okay. So what does that mean? That means that if someone, and I'm just speaking at the pro level, if someone is elite, that means he throws 95 plus or he throws 97. If he's elite runner, that means he's a, 70 runner. That means he's super fast, right? So when you speak and you're talking about, how you want to play at the next level, you're saying you want to be elite. So you need to be able to hit the elite pitching, which is guys that can throw hard, right? So wherever your age group is, you need to be able to hit the fastball at that age group. So we all know you guys are crushing the average hitter of the average pitchers, and you guys are crushing the guys that are below average, but you need to be able to hit the guys that are elite, right? The guys that throw hard, the guys that are going to go to that next level, right? So that is the first thing. Now, what is the second pitch? Okay. Now, some of you guys might be thinking it's a curveball, it's a slider, it's a changeup. It's all those pitches, but it has to be a hanging off speed pitch. So we're going to put hanging and we're going to put off speed right here. Okay, so you need to be able to hit a hanging off-speed pitch. Doesn't matter what type of pitch it is. It could be a slider, it could be a curveball, it could be a changeup, it could be, it doesn't matter. You need to be able to hit if it's off speed and it's hanging. If it's filthy, you're not going to hit it. If it's disgusting, no one's going to hit it, right? That's just the truth. So you need to be able to hit a hanging off speed pitch. It doesn't matter who's throwing it. And I'm going to give you a quick little example right now. So right here, this is Chris Sale, okay? And this is two situations, okay? Now you'll see right here on the left-hand side, he's throwing his slider, right? And that's this swing right here. He's just flailing at this pitch, almost hits him in the back leg. That's disgusting, right? Looks like a fastball, and all of a sudden it just, goes into his back leg. So that's 77 miles per hour, which is really good, especially at that angle. And then you can see here the next swing. Okay, he swings through this one. Again, he's thinking fastball. It looks like a fastball, and then all of a sudden it just bites. It's just dirty. And then you can see this one right here, and this was like no chance. Look at that. So he strikes out in 3 pitches, got 3 sliders, and it is what it is. It's part of the game, right? Those are filthy. Now look at this one right here, okay? He throws a slider. It's at the same arm slot, right? But this one hangs right over the middle of the plate. And look what happens to this pitch. It gets deposited over the fence as a souvenir, as a memory. It almost went out of the stadium, okay? So you can see here, that's what we need to do as a hitter. You're not going to hit these pitches. These pitches are just disgusting, right? You just got to tip your cap, right? And hope that, especially this elite pitcher, you hope that he throws a mistake, right? Especially with that pitch. And then if he does throw that mistake, you're ready to hit it, because good hitters hit mistakes. And you can see right here, look at him, just hammering that pitch. Okay, so let's go back here, and what we're going to put right here is we're going to put fastball, and then we're going to put a hanging off speed. Okay, so we got a hanging off speed pitch. Now, what is the framework that I teach my hitters? And this framework is H-I-T. Okay, so what is the H? It's basically handle the fastball. So we need to be able to handle the fastball at any given speed. It doesn't matter who's throwing, they're elite. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So how do we do this? So I'll put it right here. We hit off a pitching machine. Okay, we get as close to the game as we possibly can. So PM is pitching machine, and we put this up about 2 to 5 miles per hour above the average of what they're used to seeing. Okay, so this is what we consider elite. Again, if this is if they're seeing 90 miles per hour, it says 95. Right, we're putting it a little bit faster. Okay, and what I recommend is that when you hit, let's say you're hitting right here, each swing, go a little closer. Even if you're not even swinging, just take the pitch and go closer. Hit here, then hit here, then hit here, then hit here, then hit here. Just get closer so it speeds your timing up. And what happens is it'll also slow things down when you get back to your normal spot. So that's the first thing we do. All right. And this will allow us, if you keep doing it, what's going to happen is, you first want to go through and you want to see it. So again, you're going up here and you're seeing it, and then you start coming back, and then you start taking swings, and you do it from here. Then you go here, then you go here, then you go here, then you go here. And so you're doing that, right, as a framework to learn how to hit the ball faster, learn how to hit elite pitching. Okay, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But Barry Bonds always said this, and I'll write this right here. He said, your practices, actually, I'll just say it, your practices should be harder than your games. And this is going to be super hard because it's already hard hitting off a pitching machine. And now you're speeding things up and making it much harder for yourself. Okay. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to identify the mistakes. Okay. And what does this mean? So we're going to you're going to turn the pitching machine and start throwing sliders or curveballs. And we're going to first start seeing the hanging off speed pitches. Okay. So we're going to start identifying the hanging off speed pitches. All right. And then what we're going to do is after we do that, and hanging off speed pitches are ones that are up in the zone. So we're going to teach them to see them. Again, we're going to be off this pitcher machine. We're going to set this up where the ball is going to be up in the zone. Okay. And you're gonna take a swing here. You're gonna get closer. You're gonna get closer, closer, closer. It's gonna be a little bit higher. You don't need to go too far up front, but you still want to just train your eyes that to see the ball pop up out of the hand and see that mistake. Okay. And then the second round, what we're going to do is we're going to mix them up. So some you're going to have up, some you're going to have down. And if they do this correctly, they'll spit on the balls that are down, and then they'll hammer the balls that are up. Okay. And so now you're identifying the hanging off speed pitches, the mistakes, and they're going to start hammering those. Okay. Now the third one is we're going to target our goals. Okay. So what this means is, so you have your goal, right? We want to be able to set goals for ourselves and accomplish those goals. So if you're a hitter trying to be more consistent, maybe what we'll do is we're trying to hit 7 out of 10 fastballs hard as you keep going closer to the machine, right? And what we also want to do is maybe off speed pitches. We want to do 8 out of 10. And what that means is 8 pitches. We want to swing at the ones that are mistakes, and we want to take the ones that are balls, right? So we want to get good at the process, identifying the tough pitches that you really can't hit, and then hitting the hanging off speed pitches. And then the fastballs, we want to be able to get barrel to the ball no matter how hard they're throwing the ball. Okay. And so if we focus on this and if we do this, we will start to stand out because we'll be able to hit the elite pitcher. It doesn't matter what age group, right? And then we're going to be able to identify the pitches that are mistakes that we can really do damage with, pitches that we're going to drive, hit doubles, and pitches that we're going to, spit on to get ourselves in hitters counts so that we're able to get more pitches in the zone that we can do damage with. Okay. So this right here is what I teach my hitters, and this is what will help you stand out. And if you hit these 2 pitches, I guarantee you'll start to pass players, and you'll be able to, start standing out. And that's going to open up a world of opportunities for you. So with that being said, I want to thank you for watching. Links are below. If you want to book a time with me, I can look over your swing, tell you what you need to do to take your game to that next level so that you can, play in college, and you could get drafted and maybe even play in the major leagues one day. I'm hoping you do, and I'm here to help. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.